Morning everybody. So it's just coming up 6 o'clock I think. I've already sort of packed up everything in my tent. I just got to pull it down. You see a bit of movement in the background, a lot of people starting to pull their tents down. So 7 o'clock, up to the top of the hill up here. There's a bit of a building right at the top there. Oh, it's just behind that tree actually, you can't quite see it, but we go up there for our briefing. Apparently it's only 20-30 minutes maximum. They just show people being idiots in canoes and that, and showing you what not to do. And a few people who I actually started walking with after the Radia Forest, Oscar, probably remember Oscar, and Danny, she had the sore leg. They've jumped ahead a little bit and done some stuff, but they're actually off on their canoes this morning for about a 6-day section. Anyway, we'll show you what it's like in the little briefing, and then we'll get moving from there. See ya.
The only good thing is if you're in the front of the canoe and you just wait a second, there'll be another paddle floating from the back. And hopefully you'll join us. And that's 9 or 9:30. Now, after Pipariki, all you need to know is where the tide will start affecting you. So hopefully you've all got a tide.
Alright, so we're just leaving Taumarunui Canoe Hire now. So just done our safety briefing. Some little things that you don't expect but make sense when I explain it. Like if you're going to hit a rock or an obstruction, lean into it, not away from it, which is a natural reaction, because then you tip the open path of the canoe into the flowing water and you end up going under. But if you lean into the obstruction, the water just flows under the boat until you work out how to get around it. The lower your centre of gravity, go straight down the centre line of rapids. Even though the water looks smooth, that's normally an eddy flowing in the opposite direction, so they'll spin you around and tip you in. So all these little things, hopefully they do a quick refresher, because to do that safety briefing now, and we're 7 days before we start on the river at Whakaoro, but they do put you out on the river and make sure you can at least turn around and stuff like that before they let you loose and let you go down. I think the people who are actually starting from Taumarunui or even further north on the river, they get a lot more rapids than we do. Saw people going down the 50-50. I'll see how cold it is when we get there. We might just paddle around it, but we'll see how we go. That's just before Pipariki. But so it's 8:15, 8:15. Safety briefing started at 7. Just had a quick bathroom break in that now, just before we started walking. And because we walked in from Taumarunui from here, it's about 22k to Ofango today. And I know there's a free campsite there. In fact, I think it's provided by another canoe hire company that wasn't on the list. It's quite funny, they put down 3 canoe hire companies when you're trying to work out where you go. There's this one, another one in Oakuni, and another one in a place called Ratahi. Oakuni and Ratahi are miles off the TA, so they're not really feasible, so everybody ends up coming here. And now we go to the next section afterwards and discover we get free camping at another canoe hire company, and they would have run us in and out from Taumarunui and everything, but they just weren't in the right part of the TA notes. So if you're coming through behind me and you want to look at all your options, jump on and hit on the leg of the trail after Taumarunui, and then have a look and see there's another option there as well. Anyway, we'll head off. I'm expecting today to be pretty easy road walking. We're probably going to get there midday or a little after. And everybody I've spoken to, it would have been nice to push in and start the 42 traverse, but the only campsites is near a river crossing right at the end when you've got 12k to go to get to the Tongariro Holiday Park. That'll be a big push to get to that campsite today, I think. But anyway, we'll see what time we get into town and then make a decision from there. But there's no real point rushing through this, I guess, because we don't canoe for 7 days, and we could probably comfortably do this walk in 5 days. So we're going to have a couple of days to kill somewhere, but we'll make those decisions as we go. Maybe when we get to the Whakapapa village, which is a little campground, maybe we stay a day there and go and do a couple of day walks or something. And I lightened my pack. I had way too much food. It was way too heavy. So I've taken my supplies down to 5 days anyway. And I can do a little basic resupply at National Park, even though it's a little shop. I was just going to kill myself trying to carry what I had. So, yeah, they said 7 days, but these are people that run a canoe business. I don't know how much hiking they've done. Anyway, I'll push on. We'll get on this road and I'll show you what it's like as we get going. See ya. So this is what it looks like to start with. Not the widest road. If a car comes, not a lot of room to get off the road, and asphalt. So hopefully this does swap out to a bit of a gravel road, but I'll keep you posted as I go. So we're still on the asphalt road, but yeah, just nice rolling farmland as we're finding our way through. And then I just noticed this farm here is called Rangariri, which was the Same name as the town we walked through, I think, after Mercer. And that Piemontese, or Piemontese, is the brand of cattle, I've just been told. So you learn something every day. All right, we'll push on. This couple that we just started walking with, it's the first time I met them. They're from Nelson. They've currently just got a little batch in St Arnaud, which is my favourite part of all of New Zealand, just for a year because they rented their main house out because they live somewhere else. But yeah, lovely couple, John, and I can't remember the lady's name just yet, but yeah, it's good to have some new people to chat to as we go. Tim's enjoying it as well. See ya. So this is the famous ostrich that sometimes does a dance, and normally it'll follow us down the fence line as we go. So, are you camera shy? Do you pick cameras?
Come on, take us.
Come on, Tim. By the way, this is famous YouTuber influencer Tim. No, Ray.
Oh, I don't know about that. Who's got 170 subscribers?
That's more than us, Ray.
That's all right.
No, we're less. It's our grandkids that are watching. Hello. I've got a friend. We're going to dinner tonight. Beagle chicken tonight. Oh, that's a real treat. I've never seen such an impressive bird. I don't even buy ice cream.
Do you want to run and see if it can keep up with you? He did a dance for someone last year.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Gobble, 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 gobble. Gobble, 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 gobble. No, it's not done.
See if I can get a selfie.
So beautiful view down the river, and after our river safety course, those rocks are actually man-made to push the river over to the left. So you go to the left, you don't go into the rocks if you're kayaking. So, nice change here. The road has gone to a gravel road, which is what we really like, and just starting to see the higher fencing here as well. So there's probably, the first part of New Zealand, I've noticed a little bit of deer farming, not just sheep and cattle. But anyway, we'll keep pushing on. But then again, another beautiful walk through New Zealand countryside today. I'm actually really enjoying it. See ya. More sheep over the road here. The gate's open. The farmer just told me on the left up here. So we're just going to wait until they all go where they're meant to, and then we'll keep going down the road. This is definitely nostalgia for me. Just the type of road with the cliff reminds me of the Parapara Road, which goes from Wanganui into National Park. Alright, 1k out of Ongaroo, back onto the asphalt, but apparently there's a little cafe that's open to 2 o'clock, so That's the motivation to go and get a nice cold drink. Ofango, sorry. Ofango, thanks Tim. And then, yeah, trying to decide if we'll do a cowboy camp and try and knock off a few more Ks to shorten tomorrow. But that'll probably be quite the discussion at the cafe. All right, I'll keep you posted. See ya. Okay, so we're just hitting the heart of Ofango now. And apparently the cafe's up here. So we've got this Ofango Hotel. You can see the kayaking. There's a few kayaks over there. That's the option we never got to see. Ofango Adventures. And yeah, but I think we're going to go up and find this cafe and see what that's like, and then make a decision about if we keep pushing and start the 42 Traverse and do a wild bush camp. I'll keep you posted. See ya. So if you're following me on trail, this company doesn't appear till really late in the notes. So if you haven't booked the Wanganui River, maybe look up Ofango Adventures as well, and just as a comparison to see if they may be able to suit your situation better. There we go, 39 degrees south. Don't mind the sheep truck. And we've got public toilets over the road. And then the Blue Hill Cafe. So we'll go and support the local cafe. Looking forward to it. So this is the start of the 42 Traverse. Hopefully it stays like this the whole way, but we'll see. So the decision's been made, and Vivian and John as well, and Tim and me, try and take an extra 10k out of today. So we've done 22k, so it'll make us around 32k today, but it cuts tomorrow down to a 30k day instead of a 40. And we got a bare bones basic cabin at the Tongariro Holiday Park for 75 bucks. So got to use the share facilities, but it'll be cool. We won't have to worry about any damp tents or anything on the morning we want to get up and get going on the Tongariro crossing. So it'll just make it that little bit easier. Okay, I'll push on. I'll show you what it's like as we go through. So far, beautiful. See ya. So a couple of K in, and I have heard of people camping in here. What have we got there? Oh, there's a no fire sign, but it doesn't say no camping. So people have come in here and camped. What have we got over here? Oh, just some information on the eradication and this lovely bridge far out. Look at this river, absolutely gorgeous. Kinda similar to the river where I did the river safety training. Lovely. Oh, I hope this walk stays like this. So glad I'm knocking some of it off today. This is beautiful. So we're sort of off the road now, and the track's just narrowed down more into a really comfortable mountain bike track. So we'll see how far this goes. We've probably only got 3 kilometres to go till we get to the river crossing that we thought we'd try and find a campsite by that river, so we've got access to water. So I'll push on and we'll see how we go. Bye. Just a lovely little bridge on the trail and beautiful little waterfall here. Oh, makes me thirsty looking at it. So we've just come from over there. We managed to rock hop across here without getting our feet wet. And this is the Mako stream. So this is our water source. I think it's another 2-point-something kilometres to get to the next stream. But just going to grab some water from here. There's a bit of a spot up the top here. I'll show you if we decide to stay there where we could make do. But yeah, we're just going to have a bit of a wander around and see if we can find the most comfortable spot we can find to a wild camp near here. But we need this water source, that's the main thing. All right, I'll keep going. We are just wrapping up for today. So we decided when we left the cafe that we wanted to get into the 42 Traverse. We didn't want to do a sort of a 22 kilometre day and then leave a 40k day for tomorrow. So myself and Tim went on and also John and Vivian, who we've just met today on the trail, lovely couple. So we've all sort of pushed on together, and we've ended up doing around 33, 34 kilometres. So I'm just filtering some water now. We picked a point where we knew there was a stream, so we had a water source, just wild bush camping. I'll spin the camera around and just show you sort of where we are. I haven't got my stuff in the tent yet because it's just drying out from all the condensation from last night, but it shouldn't take too long. I'll spin the camera around. All right, so just filtering my water from the stream where we've camped. And this is what I love about the VersaFlow system. I've just hung it up in a tree here with the C-Knock bag. And you can just see possibly in here the water going through. So you don't have to hold on to it. You see people squeezing their water through and working hard. I just hang it up and gravity does its job. You can see Tim, he's just down the end here. So it's just a matter of finding a sufficiently flat spot. And then, yeah, John and Vivian have both got the X-Mid, the Durston Gear X-Mid Pro Plus. So they've got the extra wide one because there's two of them. And this is me just tucked in here. So, you know, that ground, the tub and the tent, it'll all tuck down once I get the weight in there. It's just quite long grass. So everything's still in my pack at the moment. But yeah, just literally this is, well, you'd call it a four-wheel drive track. I don't think there's that many cars coming down here unless we get a few pig hunters, but at least we're off the main road here. We're not going to have people scream around the corner and drive into us. So yeah, I might have a bit of a chat later on, but if not, thanks for watching, and we'll tune in tomorrow. So it's nice now, instead of a 40k day tomorrow, we're around a 27.5k day, much more manageable. And I put a phone call through to the Tongariro Holiday Park, and I just got the bare bones cabin where we share all the facilities. It's just literally a room with a bed, but that means that Tim and I, we don't have to put our tents up, and we can get up nice and early and hit that Tongariro crossing as early as we can. So this is dinner time on the TA. Tim's cooked outside his tent. I've just got a backcountry meal, and the others have had like ramen bombs and stuff like that. So yeah, no table or anything. This is wild camping.